Now you always say that you want to be free. Well, I'll come running back. I'll come running back to you. Baby, come on, go ahead, light up my life.
Something is always happening. But when it happens, people don't always see it, or understand it, or accept it.
Hey, Shalom Akim, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Halayim Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders, great millstone, much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Alright, as you've seen, that video is the beginning scenes of the movie Fallen. Brothers been in the know of this movie for quite some time. So recently it just barely came back out on Netflix, and I just wanted to do a little lesson over this scene where this individual man, which is obviously, by appearance he looks like an Edomite, and he has basically he's like a serial killer, and he has a demon in him, and the name of the demon is Esau. But basically what I want to get at is because he was singing a song saying time is on my side. Now, Yahweh Shai has appointed a time for Esau to be judged and to be taken out of the earth, out of the world, okay? And he's not going to come back and rise up a second time, okay? So that's what the premise of the video is. I want to go based off that. And, as you've seen, this man was, was obviously in prison, and he was going to be executed, by way of gas, the gas chamber. And right before he was giving up the ghost, he looked right at Denzel Washington, which is a so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to jump off with Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay, so his days are determined. Whose days? Esau. Okay, the so-called white man, the one that has perpetrated and pillaged, raped, murdered, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians in the earth. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Just like going back all the way to Cain. He was, he murdered his brother Abel, and he was a vagabond and a fugitive. So he's been wanting, he's been lacking, and he's been a wanted man in the earth. So Yahweh Shemel Shai, he could run from men, but not from the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's why it says, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? So I want to go into this word real quick, where it goes into that time. It says his bounds, right? So let's go into this word, the outline of biblical usage. Matter of fact, let's go down to Strong's definition. It says an enactment, hence an appointment of time, space, quantity, labor, or usage, appointed, bound, commandment, convenient, custom and decree, due, law, measure, necessary ordinance, portion set, time, statute, task. Okay, so this man, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his time, a time that he cannot pass. Okay, so time isn't on his side. Okay, to have time on your side is basically saying Yahweh Shai is on your side, because Yahweh Shai, he's the controller of all of time. Okay, so this man is been found wanting. Verse 6, turn from him that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as a hireling his day. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will spring, or that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, the stalk thereof die in the ground. Yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth boughs like a plant. But man dieth and wasteth away. Yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? Just like at the end, ultimately, the gas entered into his body and killed him, and he gave up the ghost, right? And it showed his spirit leaving his body and going upwards. Okay, so basically that's how Esau's, he's about to be put to death. Okay, and he knows it. That's because going over here to the book of Revelations 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in the earth, or dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see, so time isn't on his side. Okay, the time, he's been on the earth for thousands and thousands of years, but that his days have been determined. You know what I'm saying? His bounds have been brought to a stop. Okay, so it says again, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so he doesn't have all the time in the world. This is Matthew chapter 24. Matthew 24:22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You see, time isn't on his side. He knows that he's running out of time. Now, when you watch this movie, you'll notice, like I said, I'm just using that part where he said he's singing, time is on his side. All right, and he'll come back. He'll come running back. All right, but when you watch the movie, you'll notice that spirit, that demon that was in him, keeps hopping to different people because it's trying to survive. It's trying to continue to live. Okay? But it's not going to be that way. Okay? The Lord, the scriptures say in Job 9:24, he giveth the wicked, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? But that's only for a period of time. Okay, that's not forever. Okay, Esau thinks that he's going to continue forever and ever. Right? Like it says in, Psalms 49. Let's see. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. You see? So he's going to perish just like a beast. Okay? So, but their inward thought is that they have all the time in the world, but they don't, man. Okay? That's why we're seeing them coming out of their shell and revealing their true identity, their true colors. Okay? Let's go to, where is it? Anyways, I'm going to read it from here. The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 4. It says, Salaki, 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 36. And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. By measure he hath measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he did not move nor stir them until the said measure is to be fulfilled. Okay? So everything is in the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So this man has come to its full. He has fulfilled his lot. Esau has fulfilled his lot. That's why he's about to be put out of the earth. He's about to be destroyed. Okay? He has been weighed in the balance. The world, everything has been weighed in the balance. It's like when you go into the book of Daniel with Belshazzar, and he was having that feast and eating out of the Most High's vessels. What happened? A hand appeared and the writing was on the wall. Okay. Let me see. I believe it's like. Let me bring it up from here. Daniel chapter 5. Let's see. Daniel 5 and 24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and his writing, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Mene tekel Upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mene, God had numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Perez, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Okay, so this man, his kingdom has been numbered and it's finished, and he's weighed in the balances, as I read in 2nd Ezra chapter 4. Okay, and he's been found wanting. All right, so time isn't on your side, Esau. You can sing it all you want and have you can be proud as much as you want. It's not going to add you any more time. Okay? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai has numbered your days, man. And your days are fastly coming to an end. Right? Like it says in what is it, Job? Is it 20? Yep, Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. You see? So it's a short time for you, man. Okay? Though it seemed long, it's really a short time. I'm going to end it with this. Nahum, chapter 1. Verse 3, Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Look up this word, acquit. Free someone from a criminal charge by a verdict of not guilty. Conduct oneself or perform in a specified way. Okay, so you're not going to be released. You will be held accountable and be judged accordingly. And it's going to be by way of death. Okay? That's why it says, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Just like you see in the scene in that movie, Fallen. That man was bound to that chair, to that in that gas chamber to die. All right? He was on death row. Okay? Let's go down to verse 9. What do you imagine against Yahweh? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. This is it. You know, what do you imagine against Yahweh, man? You think you're going to continue and the Most High is going to continue allowing wickedness and iniquity and perverseness and all forms of abominations to continue on the earth until the earth destroys itself? The scriptures say if the Lord don't come back, man shall destroy himself. So what do you think? You think the Lord's gonna just sit around and let that happen? No. Okay? Time is not on your side. You will not come running back. Okay? Because it said, affliction shall not rise up the second time. You will be destroyed and you will be cast into that lake of fire, man. Okay? Thus saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let me see what I can get here in the book of Revelations. Let's see. Okay, because you had your time on the earth, and you did exactly what you were wanting to do with violence. So therefore, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna get you for it. Okay. Let's see, I'm trying to see a good script I could probably end it with. Here. Salakia. Let me see. This is well, let me bring it up. The book of Revelations, chapter 20. Just gonna go over here. This is Revelations 20:10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Right? So there was no place found for Esau, man, for the heathens, these Edomites. And I saw the dead, and I saw the dead, small, great, stand before the Most High, and the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Okay, so there's not going to be no second time. This is the second death. And this is the last, because the first one was by water. This is the second one is to be by way of thermonuclear destruction fire. All right. So your time on the earth has expired, and you're about to be put out. Okay. So with that, I hope it was edifying. Until next, I want to say shalom.